Hello everyone. So we have this dataset of a SuperStore on which we have done exploratory data analysis. EDA is a process in which we've analyzed the data and find the hidden insights in it. In this data, we will use it to increase the sales and find the reason of the loss that's occurring and improve the sales and profit. So first we have imported the libraries such as Panda, NumPy, Seaborn and has imported the data set here. These are the top five rows of the data set. We removed two columns that are row ID and order ID since they were of no use in the analyzation. Now this is our data set without those two columns. Our data set has 9,994 rows and 19 columns. We used the describe function here so that we can find all the mean, median, and the deviation of all the numerical columns here. Then we used info. It gives us the non-null value and the data type of all the columns. In this, we can see that there are no null values here, so we don't need to fill them up, and we don't need to have take unnecessary actions. It is already perfected. Then we found then we checked for each and every column. For the segment, we have three type of values that are consumer, corporate, and home office. Country, we only sell in United States. State, we have 49 different states. City, 531. There are three different categories, that is furniture, office supplies, and technology. And even in those, we have different subcategories. So first of all, in this we can see we have grouped the data based on category. So we can see the highest sale we can see is in technology region. Then we divided the data in categories into furniture, technology, and office supplies and made a graph of their sales. So we can see in the above portion we also saw that technology has the most sales. In the graphical form it looks like, and how furniture has the lowest sales. And then if we talk about the profit, of course, as we can see, it is still technology, and we can see the ratio of technology and furniture, how much it varies. Also in the sales region. So this here provides one of the insights that the sale of furniture is very less, even the profit generated from it is very less. So if we want to increase the profit, we need to work with it, improve the design, improve, or we can actually and remove it, and we can stop selling this particular category and work on the other technology and office supplies. Then we check the profit of each category. Then we can see it is technology. Of course, as technology had the most sales, it not only incurred profit, of it also incurred loss. So we need to work in this area to work with it and remove such factors that it won't affect its price. Then we analyze the data based on region. Depending on region, we can see the ratios are almost equal with 215 to 38 to 41 and to 26. As we can see here, this graph with south leads in among all the four. If we check the profit, we can see it varies a lot. These sales are highest in south, but the profit is highest in central. It means that if somehow we can work and increase the sale of the central region, then the profit will rise significantly and it can also become a major selling hub in this particular superstore. Then we have divided the data set in particular regions and we will compare we have made a grid to check in which category sells the most in which region in this ways of profit. So in south, office supply sells the best, while in west, technology, east as well, technology, and central, technology. So we can see how the technology is evolving, and most of the selling factors in each region is technology. Then we have segments where we have consumer, corporate, and home office. If we see the graph, the maximum sales occur in home office products. Sorry, not products, but home office regions. If we compare the profit, the one who gave us the most profit is the corporate. The corporate world needs, since the superstore has mostly supplies from technology and office works, the maximum profit is generated from the corporate world. So we need to increase the sale of the corporate. And not only that, but we can see the sales of the consumer and the profit does not match at all because the sales are very less and the loss it incurs is also very less. It is indirectly proportional to each other and it will affect the market in a long time. So it is better to cut cut the consumer out of it or engage more. Then we have separated the categories into different subcategories such as furniture was further divided into bookcase, chair, tables, furnishings, phones, accessories, machines, copiers, labels, storage, art, etc. Then we check the profit of each subcategory in furniture. We can see that chairs have the most profit that was generated, and we can see this even in the graph. The chair is leading the others. The subcategory mean profit the same. The chairs are leading them. Sorry, this mm, in this we can see the subcategories of the technology that we have, with the copiers leading them the most in the profits. So we and the machines with the loss. Same with the binders. With more increase in profit, there also we incurred loss, but it was also one of the main selling factor in the technology in the office works. Now, if we compare the sale state with their sale and profit, we can also see a significant difference. There are some states that didn't incur profit but also had loss. So we can say some ranged the profit from 204 to having a loss of 30. These are just the percentage. We can see the sales of different states. The highest is of California. It's a different histogram of the states of their sales. This is how it is decreasing from the first to the last. Then this is the discount and profit relation. In this we can see as the discount increases, the profit is decreasing. It means that there was a heavy discount on the products which led to the loss in the prices in the total amount. So in this factor what we can do is that we provide only significant percent of discount, such as we can say it is 50% discount. When the discount reaches 50%, we are actually having a loss. Okay. While 20% and 70% have significantly same range, because in this area we can see, because it was a new but we can think or gather such info that it was an old new product that had on sale, and by here the season was off. So even though it was 70%, it maintained a constant price and profit. Here it is a pair plot of all the columns with different categories of furniture, office supplies, and technology. We use the pair plot to find the correlation between and each column with a particular column we want. Here we chose category. So we can ignore the row ID, it is not important in our scenario. We can see various distributions and the scatter plots. Here we have a heat map. Heat map is also very important as it helps it find the correlation. Due to correlation, we can find how much a particular column is dependent on the other. Like here, we can say quantity and profit. Quantity and profit has a correlation of 0.066. What we can infer from here is that these two do have a very less correlation and does not depend on each other. But the sales and profit has a correlation of 0.48. It means they depend heavily on each other. More the sale, more the profit. Then, of course, we can see here sales and discount. They are a negative correlation. When a correlation is negative, it means they are in inversely proportional to each other. It means if one increases, the other decreases. It, even though not every correlation means causation, but we can somehow take a benefit of doubt and interpret it in such a way that if the discount was high, the number of sales increased in a way. So we found some of the insights and we discussed them in the middle of them. But of course, some of them were that the technology had the most sales, but as well as it incurred the most losses. And discount Due to discounts, the profit ratio is decreasing. So here I end this presentation. Thank you.